Testing, testing. Hello, 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 hello. Get in here, get in here. Valentine's Day cookie. When they go low, go high. Go high. So today I would like to touch on when they go low, you go high. And I think it's the perfect time to speak on this just because like the energy that is surrounding us right now, at least in this timeline, because today is February the 6th, 2026. I'm gonna try and wait until a few people get into the chat, and then I'm just gonna go in like even if nobody is in the chat, just because it's something that I just gotta get off my chest, man. Like, bro, I gotta get it off my chest. Mm. No, it does not look good chewing on mine, but I need me a little sniggity snack, you know? A little sniggity snack. And I didn't look in my book that I got copyrighted on for this. This is straight off the dome today. Because it's just wild. All right. So once it hits 3 minutes, I'm just gonna go in. Go in. So hello. If you are in the chat and then I see you, hit me with a thumbs up. I do not bite. So I want to talk about when they go low, go high. And what I mean by that, I'm gonna use Glorilla as an example with her family. Her sister just came out. Hi, Pharma family. Aloha. Oh my God, I've always wanted to go to Hawaii. Aloha, Ed not found 808. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. So today I want to talk about when they go low, we go high. And I want to touch on it because the first thing I saw was the whole situation with Glorilla's sister. Guess where I'm from? I can't guess where you're from, dude. I'm not that person. I'm not like there, but anywho, I want to get out of Hawaii to be honest. Where do you want to go? Because I want to get out of the United States. 8 people watching, only 2 likes. But anyhow, going back to when they go low, you go high. So her sister hopped on and said all of this stuff about her having all this money and her not sharing the wealth, yada, yada, yada. And I don't know if she responded or not, but I'm just going to say this. If I were in her shoes, I absolutely would not. Oh, Texas. Okay. Hey, Texas. If I were in her shoes, I would absolutely not respond through social media to her. She probably wouldn't hear from me ever again because like that's crazy. And I would move to Japan only, but out of the country sometimes risky. Yeah, you just have to do your homework. You have to do your homework. Um, and go visit first. That's what I would do. So yeah. So I had a little situation. I'm going to call it a little situation because this little situation has popped up time and time again. I think yesterday I mentioned that I'm in a community garden and that this is all volunteer work, might I add, all volunteer work. And there have been a few incidents where people do stuff, touch my garden, move things out of my garden, remove stuff, and I pay a yearly fee to garden in this garden. I've been to Japan. I'm actually only in March again for the cherry blossom season. Hmm. It's on my bucket list for this year also. So, going back to this community garden, there's been a few things that have taken place, and it's all petty things. It's all very petty things. It's nothing to like blow a gasket over. Maybe when I was younger, I probably would like blow a gasket, but like now I don't have time for that, if that makes sense. I don't have time for it. So today I went to the garden to clear out my old bed and move everything over to one bed because I used to have two beds out there. And what I noticed was someone, and I did reach out to the leadership out there to let them know that because we've had cold weather here, it's been kind of icy here in Georgia lately. I let them know that once it warms up, I will go out there to clean out my garden because I don't want anybody to like break anything or anything of that sort. Cool, cool. I thought cool. So I went out there today and all of my belongings were gone. They were gone. And what I noticed was they kept some of the stuff that I had out there, and then the rest of it was like missing. I don't know where it went. So I contacted leadership again and I said, hey, my belongings, they're gone. And they said, oh, well, maybe they took them home. Okay. But all right, can you just make sure that you get them back? And that was it. I just spoke to them in an assertive manner. I wasn't passive about it. I wasn't aggressive about it because this is a communication thing that we've been talking about the past few lives that I've done, because there are three communication styles. You have passive, where you just like, oh, it's okay, they cleaned up everything regardless of my feelings, whatever, you just let it be bygones. Or you could communicate aggressively and absolutely get nothing taken care of, like nothing taken care of. You could blow a gasket, which that doesn't work because in hindsight, I haven't spoke about this, but there is a such thing called reaction abuse, where people do things to get a reaction and they actually gain energy off of you getting upset. So we're at a stage in our life where we're just communicating assertive. Where are my poles for my garden? That's it. I will give them time to get my poles and everything together, and we'll move forward from there. Now, if the poles do not show up, I will not respond aggressively and I will not be passive about it. I will then be more assertive. Stop yapping, Eric Freeman. You don't have to be here. This is my page, Eric. I can talk about whatever I want to talk about. Who's be gone? So, anywho, Then I'll move in an assertive manner, just like I just moved in an assertive manner and I removed Eric from my page because Eric, you don't have to be here. And yeah, so I just want to hop on here and say when people go low, you go high. You do not give them, if you were a font, I would probably say elegant font. I like to present myself in an elegant manner. That's a good question. I like that. Yeah, I like to present myself in an elegant manner, regardless of what I look like today. But I feel like class comes from within. It is not something that you can just put on and just walk around like it's skin or armor. Anywho, moving right along. So, needless to say, my next move will be assertively finding out what is what will we do to rectify the situation? Like, how do we plan on making it right? Because I was wronged. And at the end of the day, it hurt my feelings because I mean, my grandfather gave me those poles for my garden, and I do very well. I do very well out there. So I believe with the whole thing with Glorilla's sister asking for, she did all of that for $2,500. And what I've learned is a lot of times when people are doing things of that sort, because they've always done little silly things, it's for attention. And you just have to get to a space to where you can give it the right amount of attention without losing yourself, if that makes sense. Because she got attention. Actually, someone reached out to her in her DMs and sent her like $2,500 because she did all that for $2,500. Now, I don't know why they keep coming at me sideways because I have a whole lot on my plate as far as business goes. So, yeah. Send me some more questions. I like answering questions. I like answering questions. Don't talk to me silly. That quit yapping. Like you sound like a cornball. That person's probably over there sitting in a junky living room or bedroom. They probably don't even have their own living room. They're probably in a junky bedroom that smells like jock straps and feet. And they eating Cheetos, Hot Pockets, and things of that sort, hopping on my live, telling me to stop yapping. Excuse me. This is my page. I say what I want, when I want to say it, how I want to say it, and yes, I will clap back. Period. I'll clap back, but in a classy manner, in an elegant manner, because that's what I would be considered as a font. So, next question. Next question. I have been doing this attitude of gratitude every day, writing down at least 3 things that I'm grateful for every single day. And what I've learned is the more I write down what I'm grateful for, I end up coming up with like more than those 3 things. Like it may be 4 things one day, it may be 5 things, it may be 10 things, but every day it is something different than what it was to begin with. Yeah. What up? If you're coming to the chat, can you please hit me with a like, subscribe? I'm getting my hair done next week for Valentine's Day. Well, I'm getting it done on Valentine's Day. We'll see if I have a Valentine by that time, but yeah. Does anybody have plans for Valentine's Day? No. Valentine's Day is kind of overrated for me. I feel like February is just like the bleeding heart to January because January is just so cold, frigid. It's like everything slows down in preparation for the spring. And then February gets here, and there's always a surprise, like a surprise out the blue to pop up, like unexpected surprises. I tend to tiptoe through February. I'm a Scorpio. I know that November Scorpios are birthed in February. However, Valentine's Day and the romance, behind it, it's just a hookup holiday for me. Not that I'm out there hooking up, but I just, in the past, it's just a hookup holiday. I was in a relationship with someone for a very long time, and our anniversary was on Valentine's Day. And let me just tell you, I do not like Valentine's Day because that relationship resembled the total opposite of Valentine's Day. Because this guy, he did not celebrate any holidays like whatsoever. Um, not even birthdays. Not even birthdays. So yeah, once he got with me, it was it was not as exciting as what I was sold on. Needless to say, I hit him with the deuces. I had to cut him loose, guys. Cut him loose. What's up? Where is everybody? I'm gonna have to hop off here shortly because I need to hop on TikTok. And yeah, I haven't been on TikTok in the past 2 days. And then I'm also gonna have to make a trade in a little bit. Even though I know the stock market, Bitcoin is down, but I'm still trading. I'm still making money every day. Shout out to me. Mm, yeah. So when they go low, always go high. Don't give people your energy because at the end of the day, they only doing something silly because they don't have a life, or the life that they have, it doesn't reflect the awesomeness that your life reflects. So in hindsight, they have to go and do silly stuff like try and throw your nervous system into high gear. Don't let them do it. Don't let them do it. If you do, this is an exercise I like to do. I just like to take a deep breath. You might have to do it a couple of times. You might have to do it a few times to keep from like, yes, woosah. You may have to do it a couple of times. And that is my TED talk for today. I was gonna give it 30 minutes, but guys, I got a late start today. Today was just it was a little heavy. It was a little heavy. So I will see you all tomorrow, and have a good night. Or meet me over at TikTok. I'm here by Desiree Desir on TikTok also. Smooch.